Okay, so again, like I've stated previously, I have been intubated 17 times, which again, asthma is very, very, I can't stress how serious it is. My very first intubation, I was 10 years old. It was Christmas Eve, very, very cold outside, and my asthma was just really, really not in control. My parents didn't have the best knowledge about medications and things of that matter. And what happened was, at that particular time, I overdosed. I kept taking my inhaler, not knowing at that time that's when we did not have HFAs. And the medicine in the albuterol wasn't safe, and so I overdosed on it. Had I had better education, had my parents had better education, most likely that would have not happened. And so every single year after that, after I was 10, I was intubated every year between the months of September and February. Again, there was a lot of lack of education. From that point on, it just continued to get worse and worse. I was put on a large amount of steroids that even now I take a very, very high dose of steroids in order just to have a regular day-to-day life. Um, I've also been I've also had to have a chest tube put in due to some complications. My left lung actually collapsed due to having an asthma attack and actually not being put on a ventilator in enough time, because a lot of people in the field, no one knows that you can't breathe but you, and so they typically try other treatments and other things, to make you feel better, opposed to actually listening to the patient and understanding that the patient knows what they need. So I wasn't receiving enough air, and my left lung collapsed. So I have had a chest tube. Right now, I am a candidate for a bronchial thermoplasty, which is a great, great, great intervention that has just came out in the respiratory field, where they will be intubating me and burning the bronchioles in my lungs, so that the next time I have an asthma attack, my lungs won't completely constrict, which right now I am totally maxed out on all of my asthma medications. I take every asthma medication you can think of, from corticosteroids to the allergy components of asthma. Again, you have no idea, as a respiratory therapist, how many patients I see coming into the ER that really just have no idea how serious asthma is. I've had a couple family members literally die from walking